Hello and welcome to the CDO Magazine interview series. I'm Dr. K.L. Allen, Chancellor of WGU Ohio, and we're partnering with CDO Magazine, MIT, CDO IQ, and the International Society of Chief Data Officers in a series of interviews. Today, I have the absolute pleasure of talking with Dr. Ryan Whisler, Program Chair, IT at Western Governors University. How are you doing today, Dr. Whisler?
Doing great, Kale. Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, it's awesome to be able to chat with you today. So, anytime I have the pleasure of interviewing somebody for Chief Data Officer Magazine, I have around 7 questions that I like to ask to get your in-depth thought process. And so, let's kick it off with the first question. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, good. So, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself as well as your career path?
Yeah. So I have over 30 years of working in IT. Started out in networking and all the way up to VP for information technology and CIO. So a lot of different experiences with a lot of different areas of IT. Everything from help desk networking to digital marketing and software development. And I think that what I've seen over that career is just an evolving role of IT from maybe being perceived as a cost center in the past to a value creation center. And so, yeah, that's been a hallmark of my career, is being able to be a part of that and help IT departments, organizations really add value, improve the way a company operates and the way they serve their customers and the products they offer.
You know, I always try to stick to these questions, but anytime I hear some great wisdom and nuggets, I always deviate a little bit. Close to over 30 years of IT experience. What are some of the major changes you've seen in IT over your career?
Yeah. So, wow, there's so much there. So I think one of the big differences is like the power of data. When I started, as an IT department, we use the data, of course, on system performance and internal kinds of metrics, but seeing like kind of the gold of the organization, the value of the organization is found in its data. And you could think of that from the perspective of the need to protect that data, because if you get hacked, like that seriously undermines your customer trust and can really torpedo your efforts. But you can also think of that in terms of how do we use that data to guide our decision making about what products we should offer, how we serve our customers better. I almost said students because I've had a lot of higher ed experience, but our customers better. And so that's a big theme. And then I think that IT has become more of an enabler. And so things with like the cloud movement would be a good example. More and more we democratize those tools so that anybody can connect and use cloud-based tools, and you're not kind of coming to IT to say, can you do this for me? You're instead coming to IT for consulting on what the best way to get at it, the best tools, maybe some training, but it's really putting the data, the ability to make decisions, and the ability to execute in the hands of everyone within the organization. So a recent article I read talked about that that in the past, like you would take your data or you take your question you need answered to a data analyst. They would pull the data, they would analyze it, they'd run statistics, what have you. They'd give you like, here's what we found in the data. But increasingly, companies are expecting just all employees to be able to do more and more of that. Interestingly, in the article, though, they were saying they're not really training everybody how to do that. So students or customers or employees that can figure that out are really the ones that are going to set themselves apart and have those kinds of insights that allow them to do their job better, make better decisions, and ultimately add value.
And great insight. And one of the things before we go forward, I would like to also ask you is, tell us a little bit about Western Governors University and how tech and IT is enabling this growth.
Yeah. So we are an online university. We've been that way since our founding in 1996. It's just kind of funny if you think back to what that looked like then with modems and dial-up, and where we are today. But it's all online. It's all the time. It's flexible. It's convenient to whenever you want to learn. And I'll also tie in like some of those skills I just mentioned: the cloud, cybersecurity, the value of data. Those are all focus areas for our degrees in the College of IT. So we're not just using technology to deliver resources and learning, but we're actually teaching the tools that will allow you to go out and fish for yourself, so to speak. So we're enabling students to do that, and yeah, we use a variety of other tools. I should mention too, like we use the standbys, email, phone calls, et cetera, but we also use video conferencing and different ways to teach. So you get a variety of different resource types and ways of interfacing with our faculty.
Ryan, I truly thank you today for joining me. Please visit cdomagazine.tech for additional interviews. And again, my name is Dr. K.L. Allen, Chancellor, WGU Ohio. Thank you.
Yep, thank you, Kale.